Maybe a little baby one. Just look at this traction. Look at this traction. Woo! Woo! She's like my firstborn child. Woo! Woo! You see what that does? Oh, baby. Damn. How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we're doing something I've never done, even off camera. That is, we're going to drive every single one of my vehicles from slowest to fastest. We're starting all the way at 0 horsepower, and we're gonna make our way up to 1,000 horsepower. We're not gonna include the truck. It's a daily, it's not modified, but everything else we are going to include. Every other vehicle I own, plus my girlfriend's Mustang. We will also include this just because I have it here. Why not? Now, the cars are filthy. They are absolutely disgusting, and I'm not going to go through and do a car wash simulator. I'm not going to wash every single one of these cars. It'd be way too many cars to wash. That, and they're doing construction just down the road. You guys could probably hear it in the background. So there is a lot of dust. I mean, even if I were to wash them, within an hour, they'd be more caked up than a high school girl's face with makeup. That was a lot of rhymes. I didn't mean for that. Anywho. So yes, today we will go through every single one of the vehicles here and go through slowest to fastest, plus the Civic, plus the motorcycle. Let's see how they rank, and let's start with number 1. This one's gonna be a surprise to a lot of people. All right, guys, we're in the Supra now. We're gonna go for a spin really quick. Let me go ahead and make sure it's in neutral. All right, it's in neutral. Let me go ahead and put on the steering wheel. Okay, yeah, no, Supra is right now at the slowest. Honestly, before the Supra burnt down, it was probably the fastest vehicle. Too bad we'll never know, because next time around, it's going to be even faster. So it will definitely be the fastest vehicle. Anyways, let's start with the true number 1, the slowest vehicle at my house right now. It's got to be the Mustang. The Mustang has to be the slowest vehicle I own. At least so we assume. I'll have to set up a little fun run with my girlfriend. Once she gets more comfortable with the vehicle, we'll have to find a closed off road and just, you know, have some fun. But it makes 485 horses at the crank. My Civic makes 460 at the wheels. I think the Civic will take it if we hook. Anyway, so let's start out with the Mustang. The S650, yes, right now it is the slowest car. Like I said, this is my girlfriend's car, so whether you want to count it or not is not the end of the world. This is one of my favorite cars to drive as of right now. First of all, it has AC. Not many of my other cars have AC, so I love that. Let's go ahead and drop this bad boy into track mode, because what's the point in driving in anything else? Let's also switch it into manual mode, because this is indeed a true manual. It's not. The reason why this car is slow right now, guys, is because the ECU is locked. Honestly, if this thing was full bolt-ons, E85, I think it would probably stand a good chance against the Civic, just because, I mean, these things move. The A10s make up for a lot of lack of power, if that makes any sense. A full bolt-on A10 with E85 usually beats Hellcats. This being stock with a locked ECU, our only options are suspension, which is why we have done BMR lowering springs and wheels and tires. But even as is, with just those 2 mods, I mean, it moves way better than it did stock. The tires made a huge difference. The lowering springs make it handle a lot more nicer. You just can't go wrong with doing those 2 mods right out of the gates. We are waiting on an exhaust. That should be coming here pretty soon, maybe end of this month. But anywho's, let's see what this bad boy can do in a safe environment. Even though it's the slowest, it's still a fast fucking vehicle. I mean, like, being able to just get on it whenever you want is kind of underrated. Like, all of my cars are pretty quick, but all of them, they require kind of specific parameters in order to get on it. The Mustang, I need like a mile-long runway. The Civic just is kind of sketchy all over the place with its torque steer. The McLaren is fine. The R1 is just dangerous towards me, but still, like, this thing, you can just hop in it and just kind of go. Like, I can cut over here pretty quick, and then I can get on it a little bit if it's clear, and my other cars I can't do that because they're all too fast. Giving myself an open lane, I'm going to downshift as much as possible and then gun it. And see, it's quick. I mean, it's plenty quick. I don't really need to go any faster than that. It's pretty fucking quick. Especially for just like straight out of the box as is. I don't think you can go wrong with something like this. Like, On the market, I think this is the best car you can buy right now for the price. I don't think there's anything that can beat this. And once we get this thing on the track, I think it's gonna be even more fun. This guy kind of cut me off, but it's fine. He's from Utah, he's from out of state. It's okay, you're learning the roads, we get it. Right here is where I'll really be able to show you guys this car's capabilities that my cars just don't have. And that's the ability to like get on it on a more aggressive turn. Again, besides the McLaren's clearly an outlier. It is capable all the way around. It's a fun car. It's just, it's too capable, okay? So we're in front of this lane. There's an on-ramp right here. There should be nobody in front of me. Should be a nice, safe place to get on it a little bit. Of course, we got to get up to speed. So as long as this Hyundai doesn't go, yeah, we're good. We're golden. God damn. Okay, yeah, no, that's fast enough. That's fast enough, dude. This thing is fast. I'm in track mode right now, too. And I will say the downshifts and everything are like perfect. Like they are how I would want to downshift if I were on the track. So I'm really excited to see this thing on the track. Again, that's kind of what we're building it towards. I think this car is more than capable. I mean, I just flat-footed it through that turn in track mode with no traction control. My traction control is off. I know there's still like that like background traction control, but you get what I'm saying. It's off, and I'm that confident in this vehicle already. Just wait till we do some more stuff. Anyways, let's go switch vehicles and let's move on to the next one in the horsepower tier list. Of course, that means that the second slowest car I have is, of course, the Honda Civic. Woo! I love this car so much, man. I know a lot of people are kind of upset that I'm thinking about getting rid of it, and it's just because I need to make room. Like, I have so many cars. I do genuinely love this car though, but fuck, man, like there's this one car I want and I gotta get rid of a couple cars. So, but anywho, Honda Civic. Oh, I love this car. So this car makes a whopping 456 horsepower at the wheels, and it weighs like 2,500 pounds. So although the horsepower number is relatively low compared to today's standards, 456 in a Honda Civic is that's pretty fast. I mean, that's fast in most cars. Throw that in a Honda Civic and oh boy, you have yourself a scary little tin can. Before I do sell this car, I do want to race a couple of my buddies. One of my buddies has a stock GT500, like a like a 2012 GT500. I want to race him. It's not the new one, it's manual, so it'd be kind of a nice matchup. I want to race Alex with his built SC300. There's a couple people I want to race. I just need to schedule a good day to go out to Mexico. But anyways, yeah, this is one of those cars where you need like kind of a lot of room. It's kind of fast. It's not super fast. We're not getting into that holy shit fast area, but it is still kind of fast. I don't like how this is looking. We'll take my favorite exit in order to get a nice pull in. I love this exit. Single lane, ain't gotta worry about shit. Let's see how she does from a second. Fucking car. Oh my god. Shit. Dude, I don't race this car. I've never really banged gears in it, but fuck, man, this thing is so crisp to shift. As long as you are just aware, take that extra millisecond to really make sure you're not gonna money shift. Oh, it's so beautiful. Because yeah, I will say, like, I have accidentally gone in the wrong gear before, never while like under boost or anything, but it's happened. I'm like, oh, okay, let me downshift, and I go from like 6 to 3, and I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But nah, dude, I love this car. This car is god, I love this car. That's an adrenaline rush right there. Like, dude, it's a little Honda Civic. I really want to see how this does against my boy's GT500. I really think it'll be close. So we just got to set something up with him, find a nice closed off road, and just have some fun, man. Some nice safe fun. Anyways, we'll head back and we'll switch into my third slowest car. Let's go. All right, my next slowest car, the MP412C, with, I guess, my tire light going off. Yeah, I don't know if this would beat the R1. Maybe if I'm riding the R1 because I'm not that experienced, but with a skilled rider, maybe it would be, I don't know. It'd be a coin toss, honestly, man. This thing is quick. This thing hangs pretty good with my Mustang. Well, my Mustang does beat it. So I think with my Mustang being re-geared, and I haven't ran the two since, I think the Mustang would definitely beat this thing like a cakewalk now. But this thing is definitely no slouch. Woo! Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't driven it in a while. We just got real sideways right there. But I bet if there were any ladies looking, their panties might be just a little bit moist right after that. But damn, oh, look at that. Look at 911. Or, no, it's a Carrera. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, this thing is quick. I didn't expect it to get sideways like that, I'm not gonna lie. Kinda, you know, might have stained my seats a little bit. Might have just maybe had a little dingleberry fly out, but yeah, this thing is fun, real fun, and it's kind of for sale. So if you're interested, hey man, I bet you could afford it. I bet you could. I bet, you know, go get a loan and we'll be good. Set the terms with your bank. I don't care. Just bring me a check and I'm cool with it. But anyways, yeah, no, I love this car. This car, it is hard thinking that like I do want to sell it. Like I said, I haven't had any super serious offers. I've had a couple people maybe interested. One guy actually with a Porsche. He's interested in looking at it this weekend, but no super serious offers to my knowledge just yet. And I do kind of want to test drive the car I want before I get rid of this thing, but I've just had my eyes set on this one car for so long, and it kind of came up out of nowhere. But like a year ago, man, I've just had this like boner for one, and I can't get rid of the boner no matter how hard I jerk it. It just ain't going away. So we'll try to have some fun with this thing, but this thing is I mean, it's fast. It's kind of scary, and we're dealing with traffic now. It does have the best brakes out of all my cars. It does handle the best out of all my cars. So this is the safest car to drive like an asshole in, but I still try not to drive like an asshole. So there's that. But I love this car, man. It would be very hard to let go of the old McLaren, but at the end of the day, if there's a car I want more, there's a car I want more. Some people might say I'm stupid for the car I like. Some people might actually agree with me. I've had this car for 3 years now. I've had my fun with it. I've gone to race meets, I've gone to the track, and I do like it. It is great, but like, we're building the Mustang for the track, and this new car that I want is track capable. Is it as track capable as this? I don't know, but it is very track capable. So we'll try to find some room and have some fun. Maybe not get sideways like that. Holy shit, dude! If I was in track mode, I probably would have crashed right there. I'm not even gonna cap. This thing fucking zipped out so quick. No hints though. I'm not gonna tell you guys what car I'm looking at. That's not fair. I want it to be a surprise. It is still classified as a supercar, so it's not like I'm going to like an FC RX-7 or something like that. Like, it's still a supercar, but it's just a different supercar. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it actually happens. First thing that needs to happen though is this thing needs to get sold. So it is what it is. Where this car really shines though is just its handling capabilities, with warm tires, I will say. But if you guys didn't see the last track video with it, I mean, dude, this thing was just ripping and gripping. That's why, like, this compared to the Mustang, like, the Mustang is fast in a straight line, faster than this, but this could do it all fairly well. It's not quite as fast as the Mustang, but this thing can go to the canyons, this thing can go to just normal car meets, and I can just cruise, I can go on road trips. I mean, like, this is a comfortable car that you can just hop in and just, like, drive around with. But the Mustang is like a very purpose-built car. Like, that car only wants to go fast, and it only wants to go straight. Doesn't like doing much else than that. I think the Mustang does sound better, but I guess you guys will just have to be the judges of that. But yeah, I mean, this thing is fucking hell, man. I mean, It is hard to think that I want to get rid of this, man. This is a hard cookie to swallow. This thing is fucking fast. Like, god damn, this thing is fast. And it's like instant too. Like, oh, it's so difficult. Do I want to get rid of this car? I don't know. The more, I mean, like every day I drive it, I do love the car, but at the same time, I feel like I've had my fun with it. Like, it's time to move on. Like, I don't need another straight line fast car, because that's the only other thing I can do to this thing. I do turbos to this thing, and I mean, it's gonna destroy everything. Besides like fully built motor cars. It already does destroy everything. I don't know, guys, help me out. Do I get rid of this car and chase my dreams? Or do I keep this car and, you know, first world problems, boo-hoo, I have a McLaren. I don't know. It's so difficult because it's so fast. I don't know. Ow, what's all this debris? It's too fast for the street. The 91 tune is way more like, you could put the power down and shit. This is, I mean, even then it's still fast. It's like 600 horsepower. This is probably closer to 700. And yeah, I mean, you feel every little bit of it. All right, one last pull on the McLaren. And that's why we have the best brakes, because we can do stuff like that. Let's go and switch off to the last vehicle. I guess I have two more. Switch off to the next fastest vehicle I own. All right, so we're on the second to last vehicle. This is, I believe, my second fastest. I do think this would beat my McLaren if there was a skilled rider. I am not that rider. I am not that skilled. I am still pretty new to having a 1000. I bet a lot of you didn't even know I have a R1. I used to have an FZ09. I had it for a few years. I sold it a couple years ago. I rode my buddy's bike on and off, and then eventually got that itch. And well, here we are. I love this bike. I honestly think it's one of my most fun vehicles to have. I am gonna take this light. Sorry about that. A little bit of a red light. Oopsies. Crimea River. What are you gonna do? Anyways, oh wow, I just realized the sun is probably blinding you guys. Yeah, I waited till later in the day to ride the bike because traffic was really bad. So I hope you guys can forgive me that it's not technically filmed in order, but I don't think you guys care. But I love this thing. Honestly, if I could pick up the keys to a vehicle and choose every day, any occasion, it would be this. It is the most fun overall. And I mean, it is still plenty fast. I don't care to be the fastest one. It's plenty fast. Like, I'm sure people are like, oh, why didn't you get an H2? Why didn't you get an S1000? Nah, I'm good. I was originally looking at the CBR, and then my Jake was pushing me towards Aprilia, and there were a couple of decent used ones. But honestly, I mean, the cross-plane crank is just really nice. It's really nice. So I like this. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I like it. Anywho, look at that. I waited till literally 7:30, 7:50, and there's still traffic. I was like, oh, we'll get the last sliver of sunlight. It'll be good. Nope, no bueno. Still traffic. Still can die at any moment. Hopefully I don't. What in tarnation do we have right here? What in tarnation is this motherfucker doing? Holy shit. Let me cut you off really quick. Night Riders! Yeah, Hello Kitty! Oh, sick build, dude. That thing is mint. Jesus Christ, man. What's up with Civic owners? What happened to cool Civic owners? Let's go, Tesla. I can't tell if this floor is wet or not. It low-key looks wet. I know they always spray sprinklers right here, so hopefully it's not. We'll just assume we got traction. We'll just assume. Ooh, we're leaning. I know it probably didn't look like a lot, but my stomach was starting to get a little uneasy with how much we were leaning, you know? Felt like I was dragging knee right there. Because we could probably really quickly get over and get on it a little bit. wide open throttle, didn't rev it out all the way. Bikes in the USA are just stupid. The fact that you could be like 18 or 16 and get an R1, that just shouldn't be allowed. Maybe we could do another one. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Pretty damn quick, not gonna lie. Hey, look, a cyber truck. A door wedge on wheels. Anyways, we'll head back and go get into the last vehicle. I think that's enough dancing with death for today. So now we've made it into the fastest car I own. And oh boy! Oh, she's fast. She's fast. I really do think the Supra would have beat this though. The Supra, when I tell you that thing had a different type of G's, oh dude, that thing was stupid fucking fast. This thing is still stupid fucking fast, but there was nothing quite like the Supra before it burned down. It's gonna come back stronger and better and faster. So I can't even imagine that, but damn, man. I mean, this has been, I'm gonna roll up the window so I don't have to yell maybe as much, but this has been your guys' favorite car probably since I started this channel. I mean, it's been the one we've had the longest. We've done a lot of the work on it. Obviously, I didn't do the swap. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that, but seeing this car go from a built 3-valve to a built Coyote, I mean, it's been one hell of a process. No AC, that kind of sucks, but God, this thing is it's pretty great. I do love this car after all, man. It's just a V6. I thought it was gonna be something a little bit more. It's just a V6. Although he probably is just thinking that I'm in a little 3-valve, so that's one thing I really do like about this car. When you look at this car, I mean, it's an 06 Mustang GT, but it's packing almost 1,000 wheel horsepower. At the crank, we're probably at like 1050. So it's definitely a very unassuming car. Besides the giant slicks and beadlocks, it's pretty unassuming. But God, I do love this car. This car, if it had AC, I would daily this car. I'm gonna figure out a way to get AC in this car, whether it's retrofitting some shit, whether it's doing this, doing that. I'm gonna figure it out, because if this thing had AC, oh my God, I think I would drive it all day, every day. But maybe it's a good thing it doesn't, because it doesn't really seem to break. So we'll try to get some real estate, try to get some room, and see if we can do a poll. But like I said, this car, since it's so fast, you don't really get to use it on the street without really endangering anyone. So it's just one of the side effects, you know. On paper, having a 1,000 horsepower car is fun. When in practice, it's not as fun as you truly think. It is still, trust me, it is still a fucking blast. But hurry up, Tesla, get over. Yeah, I mean, like, I can't like get on it and like, you know, dodge anyone. So let's wait for an opening. I will say this car has the best sounding exhaust out of all of my cars. This car just sounds fucking magnificent. Was that? Sorry, I can't hear you. It doesn't hook on the street. It's 1,000 horsepower. Sorry about that. Thank you. The thing this car can't do at all is turn. There is no shot this car is turning. This is not, there's no shot this car is turning. We have no front sway bar. This thing is just not set up to turn at all. Little EcoBoost is getting on it up there, man. He's showing off. Look at him, he's fucking flying. He's like, oh, I showed that guy. I showed that 3-valve. I doubt that EcoBoost knows what a 3-valve is. I mean, we got some good room right here. Why not give it a little? love it. I love it. Maybe a little baby one. Just look at this traction. Look at this traction. Oh, she sounds so lovely. Oh, I love her so much. She's like my firstborn child. Woo! Woo! You see what that does? Oh, baby. Damn. After driving all the other cars today, yeah, I mean, this one, it's hard to say. Like, this one's fun, but there's just like different levels of fun. Like, okay, this is manual, crazy horsepower, gets rowdy. It's fun, but it's also not fun at the same time. Like, oh, it's such a paradox, because like I said, one side of the spectrum, you have all of those, but then you have something like the McLaren, where it's fun, but it can do more. But it's not as fun in like a straight line, because you're not shifting, you're just, that's all you're doing. It's boring, you know? Where this, you're, you know, you're driving the car. So there's something to be said about just having a manual that is just, it's just a different level of fun. But yeah, man, this thing is something else. I do love this car. This is a car I will probably never get rid of, because why would I? That would be dumb. So anyways, let's go back home and let's wrap up this video. So there we have it, guys. We have driven every car, including my motorcycle, in the order of slowest to fastest. If I'm being quite honest, I think the Civic and the Mustang would be a good run. My girlfriend's Mustang, not my Mustang, of course. I think those two would be a good run. And I think the R1 and the McLaren would be a good run. I think those two would be a good run. It's just depending if I want to ride the R1 or drive the McLaren. I don't know, because I don't think I can ride the R1 to its fullest capabilities. I am not that good. But anyways, out of all of these vehicles, which one is your favorite? And if I were to sell the McLaren, what do you think would be a good car to fill its spot? Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and until next video, peace.